Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are going to explain about business statistics. So, using that data given to us, we are going to select a random sample from a population of college students and divide it into subgroup, which is called strata, to find out how often college students spend their time on entertainment. From the data, we are going to choose 40 sample and divide it into 3 subgroup, which is DAE, DHI, and also DIF. So for the next one, for the calculation of stratified, we take the total of each subgroup, divide it with the total population, multiply with the total of sample that we want. After the calculation, we got the total of 14 students from DHI and DIF program and 12 students from DAE program. So next, we will move to our data presentation. So for our data presentation, we will present it in graphical presentation. We have two types of variable, which is qualitative variable and quantitative variables. So for our qualitative variables, we will choose from the data of the programs. So for our bar graph, this is how it's look from the data that we have been stratified before, and this is our pie chart. So based on both bar graph and pie chart, the DHI and DIF program each represent 40 students or 35% of total student population, while the DAE program only represent 12 students or 30% of the total population. This indicates that DHI and DIF have slightly higher number of students compared to DAE. We will move on to our second variables, which is quantitative variables. So for our quantitative variables, we choose entertainment. For the graphical presentation, the first one is histogram. Alright, so based on this histogram, we can see how often students spend their time on entertainment. So the next one is frequency polygon. So this is how our frequency polygon looks like after we put the data. And last one is OGIF. This is the OGIF for entertainment spending of college student. So based on all of this graph, we can see how students spend their time on entertainment. So we move to data analysis. So for data analysis, we will need to find the mean, mode, median, and quartiles. So for our mean, this is the formula and our answer. For mean, we get 178.5, and mode, we get 126.70, and for our median, we gain 174.5, and for our quarters, Q1, we get 16.64, and our Q3 is 224.5. So in conclusion, there are about 25% of students spend less than 128 ringgit and 7 cents on entertainment for Q1, and Q3 there are about 75% of students spend less than 224 ringgit and 50 cents. We will further move to our standard deviation. Alright, so this is our standard deviation. We get 54.34. So the standard deviation of student entertainment is 54 ringgit and 43 and 34 cent. Sorry. And for our coefficient and of variation, we get 30.44%. Compared to the other group, they got 28.84%. So the two values are very close to each other. The variation is only 2.7% of their mean value, which is low. This indicates the consistency of stability between two values. But of course, the other group have more consistency in their coefficient of variation. So we'll move on to skewness. For skewness, we have two methods. The first method is mean minus 2 mode and divide with standard deviation. So for the first method, we get 0.96, and for the second method, we get 2.89. So the distribution is skewed to the right since it has positive value. So this is how our skewness graph look like.
For conclusion, the average student entertainment level is at 178 ringgit and 5 cent, but the most common level is lower at 136 ringgit and 70 cent, and there's a moderate amount of difference in how much entertainment students enjoy. A few students engage in significantly more entertainment, pulling the average higher than what's typical for most. Recommendation to better understand this, we should look into why some students spend so much in entertainment, consider the needs of the majority, and recognize the diverse entertainment habits within the student population by exploring different student groups.